Feeling overwhelmed by research reports, spending hours sifting through sources, organizing thoughts, and trying to write the perfect draft? Hey, I get it. Writing a research report can be a time-consuming process. But what if I told you there's a smarter, faster way to do it? Thanks to AI, you can streamline your research, enhance your writing, and get that report done in record time without sacrificing quality. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to write a research report better and faster. Whether you're a student, researcher, or professional, these tips will save you hours and help you produce top-notch work with ease. Ready to level up your writing process? Let's dive in.
So guys, let's write research reports better and faster with AI. And to do this, we'll be using several tools, and that will be the Perplexity AI. We'll use Mendeley. We'll also incorporate ChatGPT into this. And then what do we need before we start using the tools? What do we need also to get before we can write these reports effectively? We need to get report format from your department. Of course, every department in every higher institution has a format for writing their report. When you get a report, then the next thing is to start writing based on the report format. For my department, I have a report which I have shown here. You can see the report contains chapter 1, which is the introduction. It has the background to the study, statement of the problem, aim and objective, significance of the study, scope of work. Chapter 2, the literature review, all this under the literature review. You can also see chapter 3, which is the materials and method. We have the study area, method of data collection, method of data analysis. We have the chapter 4, which is the results and discussions, results and discussion, under which we have results. We also have discussions of finding. And then chapter 5, our research format usually ends with chapter 5, and it is just all about conclusion and recommendation. So this is the research format for my department, and we'll be writing our research report based on this form. So if you have any format from your department, you can as well adopt that. It basically follows the same line from getting your tools ready to getting your reporting format ready, and then being able to use those tools to write your report based on the format provided by your department. So now that we've known all that we need to start writing, we can actually start writing. So guys, let's start writing. So first we need to figure out a topic, and this is a topic that I did in my undergraduate level. So I want to write on this particular topic, and I'll be using the data I gathered during my undergraduate research. I'll use the data to do all of this. That's to tell you that this AI tool is not helping you cut corners. You have to do the work. You have to go to the field. You have to take the data. If it requires a questionnaire, you have to administer the questionnaire to those who would need to fill up the questionnaire. And then what this will help you is the data you have gathered from your research. Once you put it into any of those tools that I mentioned earlier, it can give you a proper analysis, prepare a befitting report that will match the data you have collected. All of these are simple, and it can be done within 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes for you to get your data from the field. For this particular tutorial, we'll be working with the research title, Assessment of Noise Level Selected Zone A, Port Harcourt. So we use this noise level. Let's assume that this is the research title that was approved for you. So, and we have our department format. We also have the tools that will be needed to prepare the report for this research title. We also have the data we have collected from the field for this, and let's see how we can put a comprehensive research report together to match this our research title. So right now we have to start getting our tools ready, and if you have Mendeley installed on your system already, that's a good. If you don't have Mendeley installed on your system, you can get it downloaded. Now you check the link in the description to get the link that can take you to Mendeley page directly. Otherwise, just type Mendeley Google search button and click on Mendeley reference management software. Once you do that, to take you to this particular page right here, and on this page you can see here that you can download Mendeley. Once you download, please ensure that you do not skip any process, so that by the time you finish installing it, it can integrate well with your word browser. You can easily look up it can easily look up references from your word browser. I may not have told you before now, the Mendeley is for referencing your work. Mendeley helps you for proper referencing. So it is a reference management software that can help you to order your referencing in any style that you would want to reference. So the next thing will be open the Perplexity AI website, and then you can type in here write background study to this research topic, assessment of noise levels at selected sawmills in Port Harcourt. So you can see the answers here that has been returned. So, and if you look here, you see these citations. This is one, this is two. So what we are going to do now is we are going to copy every part of this into our Word software. Of course, in background to the study, you do not need subheadings like this. So we're just going to copy it and break it into paragraphs. So we'll go to our Word and we'll paste it here. We'll paste it here, then paste it here, then we'll create another paragraph, and then we'll go back here, we'll copy, then go to our Word, and then we'll paste it here. So if we keep doing this for all the paragraph, that means we must have written our background to the study. Then you can see here, now we'll copy this other one, then we'll paste it here, then we'll come again. You can see that it highlighted the previous research findings. That means all or everybody that have been doing research work on this area, it actually went and kind of wrote out a bit about what they found. All of this made up our background to the study. So we can paste it here as another paragraph, and then this also, or we can just copy everything and remove the subheadings which you don't want, just like this. I think that way will be faster. So we can paste this, then come here and remove all of these ones right here. So I can blow this up right now. So you can see now that this is a proper background to the study. Let me put this 1.1, which is background to the study, and I'm going to make it bold. One thing about this Perplexity AI is that it will give you your reference. Now, if you look at this write-up here, there are no reference, but the Perplexity AI, if you check inside here, you will see now that the Perplexity AI gave references. You can see this reference 1 and 2. This is reference 2. Just go and see. If you need more references in this, you can actually ask a follow-up question for Perplexity AI to add more in-text citations within this. But for this, I'm just going to download these two references that it has provided, of course, definitely in previous research. So I'll click on this one. I don't need to download this. All I need is to just copy the title, and I'll go to my Mendeley. So all I will do right here is to copy the title like this. Maybe I can just copy this title of the research. Then I'll go to my Mendeley site. I'll come here to find I want to put in the reference into my write-up. And to do that, of course, we already talked about Mendeley as a reference manager. It helps to manage your reference and gives you the best citations and writes your reference in the standard that you would want it to write it for you. So you can come here, you can see file, tools. When you come here, tools, you can see search articles online, and then to open up this interface where you can enter the title of your article which you want to reference online. So I'll paste my research title here, the one I copied, and I'm going to search. You can see now that this is the research title. So I'm going to add it to my library. So you can see now that it has been added to my library. So if I click here, I can view it in my library. So if I go to my Mendeley, I can see the citations that I have added, which is this. All of these are references I have worked on in the past, but see the one I just added recently. So I'll go back again to my Perplexity AI. I'll click on the second citation provided. I'll repeat the same thing. Oh, okay, this is a PDF, so I'll download the PDF, and I'll show you how to put in your PDF that you have downloaded into Mendeley, and Mendeley will extract all the informations in it. So you don't need to start writing out the title or start crafting your reference yourself. So just download that article and put it on on Mendeley and it will provide all of the information on its own. I'll go to add new. I'll go to import files from computer. I'm going to look for that stuff which I have downloaded. Look at it here. So I'm going to lift it, and you can see here that once it's done, it will automatically be added on the Mendeley software. Look at it right here. Look at it right here on my library, that it has been added. So I'm going to impute citations now. I'm going to impute these two citations on my work. First, I'm going to go and trace the location where these citations are. You can see under previous research study, there are citations here 1 and 2, and then at the end of the last paragraph under that subheading, there is another citation 2. You can see now that the same citation I'll put here will be the same citation I should also put here, because this is using the numbering system. And I'm going to go through to see if there are any other in-text citations which I have missed out. For more, you can see other articles right here. You can view more articles. So if you want Perplexity to cite more work for you, you can actually ask a follow-up question, and it's going to find somewhere to fix each of these articles that has been used to write this background to the study, and you have a background to the study with so much citation and references. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to keep it simple and short with just those two references. I've shown you in Mendeley how you can add downloaded PDF and how Mendeley can extract those PDFs for you. To locate it in my Word, research conducted. So I'm going to go to my Word and trace it. I think this is it. Research conducted in selected scenarios, and at the end of this paragraph I should have two citations right here, which is at the end. So I'm going to place my cursor where I want my citations to appear, and I'm going to come here, reference, and then this is my Mendeley site. So I'm going to click on it and allow it to load. You can see on this right page, you see Mendeley site trying to load its reference. So I'm going to click on get started. So it's loading the references. You can see now that this has been updated. You can see I can add my one. This is my number one reference. I can click on this. So what I'll do now is to insert these citations. You can see that the citations, take a look at it. The citations has been added into my research. So mind you can change your citation setting. When you click on this, you can see now that we are using the American Psychological Association 7th edition. So I can change this citation style. I can change it to the IEE, the American Sociological Association 6th and the 7th edition. So whichever referencing style you are working it, for most of the universities in Nigeria, we work on this, I will call it APA format, or American Psychological Association format, which is the 7th edition, the author year system of citation. So that is why I have this selected. And then of course English US, you can change the language. I think I need United Kingdom, English UK, so I can update my citation language to English UK. So this is the preview of how your citation and your referencing will look like. So when we do this, I think on the last paragraph here, we also have we should also have another citation, which is the citation number 2, which is the same thing as this. So I'm going to come back here to my references, and then I'm going to add this right away, and I'm going to insert these citations right there. So that's how you can make use of Mendeley for your citation. And of course, don't just worry, since you've already loaded this on your Mendeley. So during your reference, you can just add your reference and all these that you have cited, everything that you have cited, to arrange it in alphabetical order and in the order and manner you want it to appear on your list of references. So this is it. We are done with the background to the study, and then the next thing we are going to do is to look at the statement of problem from our format. Let me look at our format. From our research format, after background to the study, we have the statement of the problem. So we can come here, can write 1.2 statement of the problem. So I'm going to bold this, and I'll go back to Perplexity AI. So I'm going to ask a follow-up question to write a statement or write the statement of the problem. So usually I use ChatGPT for this, but let me see what Perplexity will bring up for us. And it's writing. You can see now statement of the problem. Here it is. So I'm going to copy all of this. So one thing I will advise you to do is that when you are writing with AI, you always proofread what you write, because AI can give you a wrong response. But when you read what you write, and then you can delete the part that you may not need and streamline it to just your research, and ensure that you give AI the right prompt. So I'm going to come here and I'll paste it here. So maybe I'm going to arrange this right now. Control B, and I'll need to bold only this and this. So I think this is the statement to the problem. Let's read and see. Noise pollution is in an industrial setting, particularly in sawmills, has emerged as a critical environmental and public health concern. In Port Harcourt, Nigeria, the sawmill industry plays a significant role in the local economy, yet it operates in close proximity to residential areas, leading to heightened noise levels that can adversely affect both workers and nearby communities. So you can see now you need to separate this, and this is the statement of the problem. So you can go on and on and on and on, and then use this method to finish up your chapter 1. For the sake of time, we may not follow it up subheading by subheading, so that you don't get bored by this. You don't get bored while watching this video. So let's take a look at our format again. What else to do? You can do your aim and objective. You can of course go to Perplexity AI and ask it. You can do your significance to the study with Perplexity AI. You can do your scope of study with Perplexity AI. But one thing I'll say is that when you are doing your scope of study, you can add a little bit of information on the kind of methodology that you adopted, since scope will also involve you stating your methodology. So you can add it there, so that when Perplexity AI is returning your results, it returns a result that is tailored to how you want to carry out your methodology. So we can, if you look at this now, you can see chapter 2, which is also literature review, your conceptual literature review. I believe that by now you must have broken down or have a skeletal form of how your literature review should be. Or one way to break down your literature review is by, maybe you can go to ChatGPT. Let's open ChatGPT right here, and then you can say, give me the skeleton or subheadings necessary for a complete literature review on this topic. Then you can copy and paste your research title, which is assessment of noise levels at selected sawmills in Port Harcourt. So I'm going to hit enter and see what ChatGPT will have to return to us. And see, so of course you need to have definition of noise pollution in industrial setting, noise levels and health impacts, noise assessment methods, overview of noise operations in Nigeria, legislation and standards of noise, previous studies on noise levels, environmental and social impacts of noise pollution in Port Harcourt. So you can see all of you can put your literature gaps and then your conclusion. So all of this, what I will do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to use this as a subheading. Maybe I'm going to just rephrase this to as just noise pollution, and I'm going to come here in my chapter 2. Let's assume that we have done all of the other subheadings that make up the chapter 1, and I'm in chapter 2 right now. So what I will do now is to enter another subheading, which is another chapter, which is chapter 2. And chapter 2, we call it literature review. You can say literature review. So I'm going to have my first 2.1, my first section under this to be noise pollution. We are taking the skeleton that has been provided by ChatGPT. So I'm going to write a brief note on noise pollution. So I can go back here to my Perplexity AI because I need my referencing. This is literature review and we need a lot of referencing. So I can say write a literature review. I'm asking it as a follow-up question on noise pollution. So I'm going to hit enter and then wait for the response. So you can see now that it is writing a literature review on noise pollution. this is a reference 1, 2, 5, and this another reference, this another reference. So all of this, you can copy this and put it under that particular section. Then come here like I have done before, download this, download this, download this, all of the citations that are available in this literature review. Go to your Mendeley and add it to your library. So that way you can call it out as a citation and also take note of it when listing your references at the end of your report. So that is that. So that's how you can write your literature review. Then you will look at chapter 3. Chapter 3, of course, you can use the same method. You can write a study area. Your study area can be Port Harcourt, can be a local government in Port Harcourt. You can actually say write a brief study area report on so location, and then your method of data collection. This now you must have either before now known how you want to collect your data, or you can instruct ChatGPT to say, in order to carry out so research, what are the best ways to carry out to collect data. So when you do that, it can give you instructions on how you can carry out your data. But I will advise you work with your research supervisor so that both of you can work out on a way that you can collect your data. And then method of data analysis, ChatGPT can help you with this other method of data analysis, how you can analyze the data which you have collected already. So, and of course, say chapter 4 is results, discussion, or findings. So to do this, I'm going to lift a particular data from I'm going to lift a particular data from Microsoft Excel. Now for this particular research, I do not have the data which I used my undergraduate research, but I do not have it handy on this system. So I'm just going to use a different data which I collected for a different study to show you how you can actually analyze and present your results on this. So let me fetch the data. So this is the data. So I'm going to copy this data to ChatGPT. This is what I need. I'm going to copy it to ChatGPT. And when I go to ChatGPT, I'll go to explore ChatGPT and I'll look for data analyst. So I'll search here data analyst. So I'll go with this. I'm going to start a chat with data analyst. So I'll paste the data that I have copied right here, and I'm going to hit enter. Let's see what it comes up with the data. See, it looks like you have a data set with several columns of data. Here's a breakdown of what each column might represent based on common notation. You can see D, can see it's taking distance, but here D is depth, T is time, K is this using it as velocity. I see C1 concentration of subsurface at the start, concentration of different substance at the end in milligram. So this is it. Of course, this is actually what this table signifies. And then you can see, what would you like to perform? Would you like to perform specific analysis or calculations on this data? For example, plotting relationships, calculating trends, and deriving insights from these values. So whatever you want to do with this data set, now you can say, okay, find the difference, find the statistical difference between each of the variables, or you can say find the similarities between each of the variables, or find the correlation coefficient from this data set. Just type it here and this brings it out for you, makes your data analysis very easy. And then you can say present the results. Let's say if you want to do your result presentation under your results section, you can say present the results indicating the highest and lowest values for each column. So I'm going to hit enter. Let's see. So we are going to wait for this to analyze. Meanwhile, you can see here are the results. Of course, we want these are the highest and minimum values of this. Let's copy this data set. We'll go to explore, and you can also see write for me. You can see here write for me. So I'm going to start another conversation with write for me because I want it to present my data. I want to have something like, let's say, figure 4.1 presents so data indicating that this and that, and then at the end of it we put the graph or table that it is showing. So I'm going to paste the data now, and then I'm going to write. So I'm going to paste this data. Let's see. what comes out. So let's say present the results in this data. Present the results in this data showing the highest and lowest values for each variable measured. I'm going to hit enter and wait for it to load. So this is how it is presenting the result, but I want it to write it as a report format. Of course, this is not what we want, so we'll keep on prompting until we get what we want. I say write freely without subheading and in 10 lines. So this is what we want. You can say the experimental data result reveals clear pattern between distance, time, rate constant, and concentration of substance. As distance increased from 10 cm to 55 cm, the initial concentration C1 decreased significantly from 42,125 milligram per liter to 197. So this is a presentation of it. So you can copy this into your Word and then attach the table under it. You can say okay, from table, you can see here, you can say from table 4.1, then you can start all of this. So this is how you can get information for your research reports. So that is that. You can also ask for discussion here. You can say okay, write a clear discussion, and that's how you come up with your research report. Of course, in your chapter 5, you can write a conclusion. You can also write a recommendation. You can write a contribution, all from using either Perplexity or ChatGPT. So let me show you now how you can the list of references. So now you can see now that if you attach more in-text citations in this, you will have more list of references. But for now, it looks like we only have two citations, which is this and this. So I'll come here. Let's assume that we are done with our entire research and we used Mendeley to manage our references. So we can just pour out the list of reference. So it is very easy and simple. So come here, let's centralize this, and of course reference or list of references has to start on a fresh page. So I'll come here and of course I'll go to my references and go to my Mendeley site, and I'll come here, Nastimate citation, insert bibliography. So once I click here and you see your bibliography being inserted at your cursor location. Of course, my cursor is in the right location, so I'm going to click on continue and look at it. This is my reference that it has created for me. I'm going to change the font style and the font size to be consistent to the rest of the report. I'm going to do justify. So you can see now that this is the list of references. So it has written it in the way it wants to write. So instead of you to begin to write out the title or use a method that is a bit complicated and you end up making mistake, Mendeley is your best reference manager that you can find anywhere, any day. Should you have any question, you can hit me in the comment section, or you can join my Telegram group or my Telegram channel rather for more information. If you want us to write your research report for you, you want to consult us to write your research report for you, of course my team of experts in this can actually write a research report in 1 week, or at most 2 weeks. So you can also contact us. Look at our email is in the video description, and our Telegram handle it's also in the video description, so you can always reach out to us anytime you want us to help you. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on notification for this channel so that you can get more contents like this in the future. See you later.